Hi, this is the video for Group 3. So make sure you're in Group 3 before you keep watching. Today's lesson is going to be on adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So we're going to go through a few examples here together in this video before you log into Conceptua and complete a practice on your own. Alright, so let's start off by remembering what a mixed number is. A mixed number is a whole number and a fraction together. So if we look at our models here, we have some models that are completely filled in or are a whole, and then some that are part or a fractional part. Okay, so here in the green, we have 2 wholes and 3 out of 5. We would write that fraction as 3/5. Remember, our numerator is our part, our denominator is our whole. 3/5. Okay, the blue part is 1 whole and 1/5. So we're going to model that out. What happens if I add them together? Okay, the first thing we need to remember is look at how many parts in the whole. Each of these wholes, these whole rectangles, are split into the same number of parts. There are 5 in the whole here, 5, 5, 5, and 5. So my answer should also be divided into fifths. So I'm going to use my arrows over here, or I can drag the bar until I get to fifths. I want to make sure my answer is in fifths. And I'm going to use this plus sign to fill in. Okay? 1 whole. It's the same as the whole over here in green. I need to have another whole. And I like to go ahead and look, how many holes do I have altogether? I see 2 holes that are green and 1 hole that is blue. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in 3 holes, because 2 plus 1 is 3. Now I'm going to go back and look at my fractional parts. In green, I have 3 fractional parts, so I'm going to add 3 more. 1, 2, 3, or 3/5. In blue, I have 1 more fifth, so I'm going to add 1 more fifth. Okay, because 3/5 plus 1/5 should give me 4/5. So I'm going to check that by clicking the arrow. And we got our model correct, and it changes it and shows me the blue part here. If I count up the number of blue squares, it should be exactly equal to the number of blue squares here. I'm going to keep going, and you're going to have a chance to fill in the numbers and make an equation. So if we go back to our green bars, I had 2 holes and 3 out of 5 parts, or 3/5. Blue was 1 and 1 out of 5, or 1/5. So my answer when I added them together was 3 and 4/5. Okay, let's look at a subtraction model. And this time the subtraction, they're showing me a different kind of model. We're looking at a number line example. Again, I want to check and see how many sections my number line, or how many jumps this number line is broken up into. It also shows you over on the side in Conceptua, a little 8 pops up. It means there's 8 sections in this number line between 0 and 1. 8 sections between 1 and 2. Same thing on my bottom, my second model. So my answer down here should also be divided into 8 sections. So we're going to click our arrows or drag the bar until we get to 8. So it should look the same as our top 2 models. All right, now we're going to subtract, so make sure you pay attention to if we're adding or subtracting. Okay, I'm going to look, when I'm subtracting, I'm looking at the difference. Remember, difference is the answer of a subtraction problem. So what is different between the green and the gray? Well, they're the same. They both have 1 hole filled in. They both have part filled in, but the green has more. How many sections more? It has 1, 2 sections more. So I'm going to show that on this number line by clicking the plus sign, 2 sections more. So now let's label it. Okay, let's look here. How many holes were filled out on my number line? From 0 to 1, but not all the way to 2. So that's 1 hole And if I go between 1 and 2, not all of them are filled out, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 sections in that number line. So this model is showing me 1 and 7/8. I'm subtracting. Let's look at the gray bar. Again, I have everything filled in between 0 and 1, so that's 1 whole. This time I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections on the number line. 5 out of 8. Remember, my denominator doesn't change. We're working with common denominators, so I go, my answer is also going to have 8 in the denominator. I can go ahead and fill that in. All right, so 1 minus 1 should be 0. 7/8 minus 5/8 should give me 2/8. And does that match my model? Looks like it matches our model. Let's check. That is correct. I like how they're showing you, if you count up in the green going this way, they're showing you an arrow, and then count back going in the gray, how many are left over. Kind of another way to look at that. All right, so you're going to be working on your computer with some models similar to this. You're going to use the model and then label it with the numbers. Okay. When you go into conceptual math, make sure you pick Etheridge Group 3 because you're working in Group 3 today, and that's the lesson I want you to complete. When you get through with the skills check, make sure you raise your hand so I can come check you off and send you on to the next task. All right, good luck.